How can we watch Caitlyn? Can we come to the event? Can you live stream it? All of these things. And it ended up being put on television.
ESPN just dropped a bombshell about Caitlin Clark's shiny new contract with the one league that actually deserves her, unlike the WNBA, which seems to break out in hives at the idea of giving her any real credit or spotlight. Yes, the LPGA is rolling out the red carpet, welcoming Clark into the golf world, where she can finally be seen, celebrated, and appreciated. Fans are pumped, eager to watch her shine, especially since the WNBA has done everything short of outright erasing her. They've bent over backward to downplay her brilliance, preferring to spotlight others like Aja Wilson and Angel Reese, while ignoring the fact that Clark's been relentlessly targeted and bullied on the court. The WNBA didn't even give a single nod to her struggles or achievements.
We saw from Caitlin Clark playing golf was the LPGA really being really happy about it.
Caitlin Clark just signed this industry-shifting contract with the LPGA. Yeah, you heard that right. A basketball phenom stepped into the golf world, and it turned into an absolute spectacle. But then comes ESPN rolling in to do what they do best: murder the excitement with the grace of a lead balloon. Instead of seizing the moment and blowing this story up like it deserved, they delivered coverage so dull it could put an insomniac to sleep. I mean, come on, ESPN. You'd think Caitlyn was taking up knitting instead of setting sports history on fire.
At this age now where it seems like they're just trolling the WNBA. Like, at this stage, I think they're just trolling the WNBA.
Clark's first swing in the golf world drew a crowd that dwarfed anything the WNBA pulled off this year. And what did ESPN do? They treated it like a back-page footnote. This is Caitlin Clark, guys, a once-in-a-lifetime athlete shaking up two sports at once, and ESPN managed to make it feel like reading a soup can label. It's mind-boggling how you can take a headline meant to be screamed from the rooftops and present it like a sleep-inducing lecture.
Here, this is days later. Nothing but love for Caitlin Clark over here. Constantly saying, like, it's always, everything is like, who doesn't love Caitlin Clark? Like, all of these posts are like...
Meanwhile, the LPGA was out there giving a masterclass in how to not screw up. They didn't just invite Clark to a random, irrelevant golf event. Nope. They brought her to a pro-am that wasn't even supposed to be televised. But get this, fans absolutely flooded the LPGA social media, practically begging for coverage. The LPGA, unlike a certain basketball league, knew how to pivot. They went all in and televised the event, transforming it into a spectacle that attracted eyeballs from everywhere. And the result, a ridiculous 34 million social media impressions. 34 million. That's the kind of number that makes the WNBA look like it's playing with crayon.
WNBA posted nothing. Zero. Posted zero about Caitlin Clark golfing in this Pro-Am event.
And the LPGA's brilliance didn't stop there. They paired Clark with Nelly Korda, the world's top golfer. It was a sports marketing masterstroke. They created an electric duo that captivated even people who wouldn't know the difference between a golf club and a baseball bat.
LPGA did literally everything correct. They capitalized on the moment. They found a way to put it on television. They allowed people to be there. Caitlin was signing autographs.
The event wasn't just a win for golf, it was a cultural moment, an epic splash that showed the LPGA was more than just a golf association. It was an entertainment juggernaut, and all because they knew how to play their hand.
LPGA was promoting the crap out of this event, and they also did something really smart by pairing her up with their currently #1 golfer in the world, and her name is Nelly Korda.
This is the perfect marketing opportunity. Now let's pivot to the WNBA's response, or should I say lack thereof. Their silence was louder than a stadium full of disappointed fans. Seriously, how do you ignore Caitlin Clark when she's trending everywhere? From Twitter to TikTok, not a tweet, not a shout out, not even a lame Instagram story, nothing. Absolute radio silence. It's as if they've gone out of their way to prove they have no idea how to market their own future megastar. The WNBA didn't just drop the ball, they launched it into the stratosphere.
Humbling it for people like me who never wanted to play professional basketball because I didn't see a future in it. Now, girls can see a future in it.
Caitlin Clark is a household name, a social media sensation, a game changer with crossover appeal leagues would sell their souls for. Yet the WNBA acted like they had never heard of her. It's a slap in the face to fans who are out here begging for content, for any acknowledgement of Clark's greatness. But nope, the WNBA doesn't care. While the LPGA was out here flexing their social media game, making Clark the face of golf for a day, the WNBA just sat in the corner twiddling their thumbs.
If you look at the LPGA Twitter account, it is filled with Caitlin Clark things. Photos of her, a whole video of the fans cheering her, signing things, taking photos, their players hanging out with Caitlin, and obviously they're showing their golfers as well.
And let's not pretend this is an isolated incident. The WNBA's entire marketing strategy is a tragic comedy at this point. How many times do they have to miss the boat on showcasing their stars before they realize they're actively driving fans away? Clark is a marketing goldmine, a player who could revitalize their viewership, inject life into their programming, and rake in the dollars they desperately need. Yet the WNBA's response? Crickets. Deafening. Embarrassing crickets.
Caitlin Clark's golf debut just made me so upset with the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark, this generational basketball phenom, signed a headline-screaming contract with the LPGA. It's not just about golf, it's a monumental moment for women's sports, a whole blueprint for how to elevate athletes. But of course, leave it to ESPN to treat this like some forgettable half-hearted news blurb. You'd think Clark was announcing her retirement to start a knitting club with how little excitement they brought to the table. Meanwhile, what's the WNBA doing? They're busy being the silent, clueless entity we've come to expect. How do you, as a sports league, ignore a star like Caitlin Clark? She's not just a player, she's a phenomenon, the kind of crossover appeal that could save the league from irrelevance. But did they seize the moment? Nope, not a tweet, not a post, not even a whisper of acknowledgement. It's embarrassing.
We're fumbling it for every girl who wants to play professional basketball at one point.
The LPGA is out here treating Clark like royalty, and the WNBA is acting like she doesn't even exist. It's a slap in the face to fans and a total disservice to the league itself. And let's not forget about the future stars watching all this unfold. Paige Buchers and Juju Watkins, both poised to join the WNBA soon, are probably second-guessing their decisions. Would you want to join a league that can't figure out how to promote its top talent? If the WNBA keeps dropping the ball like this, they risk losing these incredible athletes before they even put on a jersey. Buchers and Watkins are more than just names. They're the future. But with the WNBA's knack for fumbling every marketing opportunity, these players might start looking elsewhere. It's not just bad strategy, it's practically self-sabotage.
It was the perfect opportunity for the WNBA to do, have you seen it when an NBA player or a football player goes to an NBA game or goes to wherever, and they'll be in the comments or they'll just say something something cute. This was the perfect time for the WNBA to also be posting about this, and they said nothing.
ESPN really managed to one-up their usual mediocrity this time. Caitlin Clark's LPGA contract was the kind of story that should have been front-page news, but ESPN treated it like a snooze fest. Instead of highlighting Clark's groundbreaking crossover move, they opted to dwell on the most mundane details. It's like they're allergic to enthusiasm, incapable of recognizing a seismic shift when it's right in front of their faces. Clark isn't just playing golf, she's making history. But ESPN, true to form, covered it like a boring press release.
It goes to show that all of us who have been speaking out about this and saying, it doesn't seem like you guys are giving Caitlin, the kind of props that she deserves for bringing all these eyeballs and, the Caitlin Clark effect that we talk about, viewership, money, all of those things.
What's painfully ironic is that ESPN should be at the forefront of championing women's sports. They should be hyping up athletes like Caitlin Clark, especially when she's doing something so revolutionary. Instead, they're part of the problem, echoing the WNBA's incompetence in showcasing stars. Clark is becoming a cross-sport sensation, a pioneer for women in athletics. The lack of energy, the half-baked coverage, it's insulting. How do you not get hyped about this? How do you not realize that this is the story that could shift how we view female athletes?
All of the people who were shouting this for the entire WNBA season, this is an instance where we are proved correct.
Serena freaking Williams praised Caitlin Clark's talent, recognizing her resilience and the immense pressure she handles with such grace. When Serena Williams, a legend, gives you a shout out, you capitalize on it. But the WNBA, as usual, sat back and did absolutely nothing. It's a horrific message to send to young athletes. If you're Paige Buchers or Juju Watkins, you're probably wondering if the WNBA will ever have your back, or if they'll continue ignoring their own talent. The broader picture is glaringly obvious. The LPGA's marketing win should have been a wake-up call for everyone. They used Clark's star power to elevate their entire roster and make golf look cool and exciting. The WNBA and ESPN should be ashamed of how badly they've handled this. Clark's contract isn't just about now, it's about setting the stage for the future of women's sports. But thanks to ESPN's apathetic coverage and the WNBA's baffling silence, this moment fell flat. It's a cruel reminder that while some organizations are pushing forward, others are stuck in the past, clinging to their incompetence.